Today's Sunshine Note is titled, How to Look Like a Cartoon While Running Off a Cliff. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for me will save it. What good is it for a man to gain the whole world and yet lose or forfeit his very self? Luke chapter 9 verse 24 and 25. It was like watching those old cartoons of Wile E. Coyote as he's just spun off a cliff, his legs pinwheeling in mid-air. We'd been playing capture the flag in the dead of night. My friend Nevin and I had been creeping through briars, inching our way up to the hill in the middle of the forest. At the top of the hill was the other team's base, with their flag lying in the center of the empty fire pit. We used all our stealthy ninja skills to advance noiselessly on the base, looking for any sign of anyone from the other team guarding the flag. Finally, we were less than 10 feet away from the flag, with no sign of a guard anywhere. Nevin crept up to the fire pit, quietly stuffed the flag into a pocket, and slipped off down the hill. Suddenly, from out of the inky shadow, a deep voice bellowed, "Stop right there." We blasted off across the hilltop, Nevin leading the way. One moment I was staring at Nevin's sweatshirt and spleeing sneakers, and the next he simply disappeared. My hand shot forward to grab onto a tree, and suddenly my feet swung out over empty space. It was then that I saw Nevin running in mid-air as he literally shot off the side of a 15-foot drop-off. Luckily, his momentum carried him out far enough to miss the boulders and rocks directly below, and he landed instead in the soft carpet of leaves that blanketed the surrounded area. Sometimes what we think is worth pursuing in this life is only leading us off a high cliff. Jesus says paradoxically that whoever wants to save his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for Jesus will save it. He's talking about your goals and aspirations, your dreams even. Life, in his definition, is not confined to the time we spend on earth. It refers to the eternal life we will experience when we get to heaven. Jesus says that focusing on yourself and looking to better your own life in the here and now, though understandable, are the wrong places to look for real salvation. Even if you become emperor of the entire world and had everything you wanted, it would not be worth losing heaven for. What are you chasing today? It's not worth it unless it's putting you closer to Jesus and that eternal home that He's promised to all of us. May God bless you today.